Today we're going to talk about the top 3 reasons why RV-specific toilet paper not as important as you might think.
Lou, give me a milk. Chocolate.
And it's one of the most common myths out there. Everybody thinks, I need to buy this special, expensive RV-specific toilet paper. No, you don't. I'm going to talk about what's more important instead.
Welcome to another 2-Minute Tech Tip Tuesday. Brought to you by the National RV Training Academy, the largest hands-on RV training academy in America. Hey, before we get to the video, which I know this is the reason why you're here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss anything. Hit the subscribe button now. Thank you. Now, back to our Tech Tip Tuesday.
My name is Sue Rasmussen, and I'm an instructor here at the National RV Training Academy. I also run a business called Royal Flush RV, and I specialize in cleaning black and gray tanks. And I can tell you, I know a little bit or two about this stuff right here. So the first myth, or the first reason why you don't need RV-specific toilet paper is Septic-Safe toilet paper does just the same job. It dissolves just fine, it moves out of the tank just fine, and it's a lot cheaper than fancy RV toilet paper. So it's important to use Septic-Safe primarily because when you're out in an RV park, a lot of them are on a septic system. So you still need to use Septic-Safe RV toilet paper, and there's lots of brands of Septic-Safe RV toilet paper. That's what you need to focus on. Reason number 2 why RV-specific toilet paper really doesn't matter at all. The thing that does matter is how much water you're using and that you are using it properly. When I was a full-time RVer, I thought that meant just put your foot down on the floor pedal and just run a little bit of trickle or more of that into the tank when you're using the toilet. That is not actually what it means. So when I'm teaching RV owners here at the school how to flush their toilet, here's what I tell them. Instead of just letting some water run down, you need to think of the amount of water, about 1 gallon to 1.5 gallons total, and the weight of that water, that's between 8, 10, 12 gallons, and you want it to be running through your system all at once. So before you've gone, and this is for solids, not for pee, when you've gone, before you go, see if you can put a little extra water in the bowl. So maybe run it 1/3 of the way or halfway up. Then go to the bathroom. Then afterwards, before you flush anything, see if you can fill the rest of the water in the bowl to basically so you have a full bowl of water. Then, once you have that, then flush it, because you're going to go, everything's meant to go whoosh, 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 whoosh through all the plumbing that it needs to go through. Sometimes it's straight down, but on some of you fifth wheels, you might be going through 90 degrees, several, until it hits the bottom of the tank, and then hopefully also disperses once it gets to the bottom of the tank. And that way you've got everything that's moved all the way through. You might even need to follow it up with another bowl full of water.
If you're enjoying what you're learning so far in this tech tip and you want to learn more, why don't you hop on over to the National RV Training Academy, contact your local student advisor where you can start a business, make money while traveling, and be able to help out your fellow campers. Visit nrvta.com.
So water is really the most important thing in toilet paper, or in having your toilet paper handle itself properly. Because here's the deal. I clean tanks day in and day out. And I initially thought, I'm going to probably see a lot of this stuff coming out. I don't. The times I do is when somebody has had a buildup, either a pyramid in the tank or a clog, which is the pipe going up to the toilet. That's when I see a whole lot of toilet paper, and that is almost exclusively because they didn't use enough water. The second reason that I do see it, if there's a lot of toilet paper buildup, is if you're using a tank product that has a lot of chemicals in it, some of those chemicals can turn this stuff into a brick in your RV and in your tank, and then you are going to start building up. It's going to start clumping in the tank. It's going to start building up in the tank, but primarily it's water that's going on. The third reason why RV-specific toilet paper is really not as important as people think is because all those dissolving tests and those shake 'em up tests, they're not actually they look scientific and they look great and people love to do them and they love to see them. There's nothing wrong with that. But they're not telling the whole story about what is actually going on in your tank. What is actually going on in your tank is everything from you contributing to it. What are you specifically eating? What did you eat that day? How are you flushing your toilet? What kind of products are you using in the tank? How are you using water in the tank? What's the temperature outside? Is it 110 degrees in Texas in the humidity, or is it freezing in there? There's a lot that happens in the tank that you can't tell at all by doing a shake test of putting stuff in in a little jar with water and seeing what it does. There's so much more going on in your tanks. So the main thing with your tanks as far as toilet paper is treat your tank and using the proper water. That's going to help a huge amount. Rinse your tanks out after you dump them. And then occasionally bring in a tank cleaner if you need something else, because there's going to be buildup in there over time. There just is, no matter how careful you are, no matter what kind of tank product you use in between, there's going to be buildup, and that also will affect how this is staying in your tank. So those are the 3 top reasons why that fancy RV toilet paper really doesn't matter. Just get yourself some Septic-Safe toilet paper and you'll be good to go. And there's your Tech Tip Tuesday.
All right, before you get to the bloopers, which is why you're here in the first place, the RV industry needs thousands of RV technicians and inspectors, and now is the perfect time to do that. If you want to make more money or have more control over your time, go ahead and click the link below. Or if you just want to learn how to fix your own RV, got something for you there. Head over to rvtechcourse.com and get started today. Now for the reason that you're at the end of the video, roll the bloopers.
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right, give me a moment. And that's your Tech Tip Tuesday.
Well, there's your tech tip.
I always get that wrong.
In one of the
Always.